let's go to Zach LaVine. He's third on the list, Sam's list. Lakers, Pistons, Magic, Nets, sort of, rumor teams, fits that you can maybe talk yourself into. Quoting Sam here, regardless of what you may hear, Zach LaVine is a good player who has averaged 25.5 points per game on strong shooting splits over the last 4 years. I saw our guy TK sharing that.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, you were thanking him, saying not a lot of talk about Zach LaVine actually being a good player. He went on to say he's not a number one option on a playoff team despite being paid like one. But as the salary cap rises over the next 3 years, his deal should become more proportional of a solid number two. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. So end quote there on Sam. Zach LaVine, now this guy, we've been talking about even longer than Siakam and DeJounte Murray to some extent in terms of trade.
I mean, not Siakam, but Murray for
well,
sure.
yeah, maybe not Siakam. Anything new to add to the
I love him mentioning the shooting splits because I don't think people realize that in the last 4 years, Zach LaVine is scoring 25.5 per game, shooting 48 from the field, 38 from three, and 85 at the line. People tell you DeJounte Murray's a better player than Zach LaVine. He's having his career best season right now, and it's Zach LaVine's averages, except for LaVine scores 4 more points a game since he came back from the foot injury. 3 games off the bench, a couple in the starting lineup. He is pretty clearly auditioning, I would say, with the intensity he's bringing on the defensive end of the court, his willingness to get off the ball early. He's putting up huge rebounding numbers. Basically what everybody wanted to see from LaVine to be known as a winning player. It just hasn't happened yet. The problem is that he's got this gigantic contract, and that's seems to be coloring things more so than what LaVine brings on the court. I saw Dan Wojcicki, LA Times, saying that people think he's good, but they're concerned about the contract and the injuries. He has had 1 major injury in like the past 4 seasons. So has DeJounte Murray. But the contract is just so much bigger than Murray's that you probably could get Murray for cheaper, and then you don't have to pay him quite as much. But LaVine helps a team like the Lakers a lot more than I think DeJounte Murray would because LaVine's a better outside shooter. Murray needs to have the ball. LaVine can actually play off the ball. And the Lakers are a team that absolutely needs 3-point shooting. So every time I see a game with them when they're hitting 7 or 9 threes, I'm like, call them up. Call them up, AK, and see what they want, because LaVine would be an upgrade on any of their perimeter guys right now, including Austin Reeves. Clearly the Lakers don't want to trade him. They're going to try and hold on to him as much as possible, but if they want to make something happen, they might have to come up off of Reeves.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Lakers, and I do think there are going to be a lot of buyers here in the next 3 weeks, but I think it helps Zach LaVine's case that he has such a huge contract that it kind of takes down the price a little bit, even despite having this many buyers out there, this many teams that think, we want to win the championship. We can go for it, whether it be the West or the East. And I think when you acquire Zach LaVine, you're looking post LeBron's years, and you're going to have him on the roster alongside Anthony Davis. That I think they want to trade for something like that, where it's not just this year, and it's not just next year. They have somebody long term, and Zach LaVine can play off LeBron, off the ball, and just hang out and play extremely well. He is definitely a good player to play off the ball, and I think he would be extremely happy to be in LA, close to Seattle, where he had his batting practice and stuff, where he comes from. Like he's going to be wanted there. And again, there's been so many guards that have played really well with LeBron in playoffs where they just have to pass him the ball. Now, they probably want to see what Gabe Vincent can do and that kind of thing. I don't know if Rob Pelinka is going to be willing to give up picks.
The talk is that he doesn't. He's tired of doing that and wants to hold on to that, I guess, 2029 pick. That's what you keep seeing, these rumors that, no, LeBron, we're not doing that anymore.
Hey, Zach LaVine's going to be playing there for a long time, and I think he's fought through all these injuries, and he looks pretty good.
Yeah, he does make a lot of money. It's $40 million this year. It goes up to 43, then it goes up to 46, and then he's got a player option in 26, 27 that's, knocking on 50 million. These numbers start to get astronomical. Yeah, that's exactly what Sam wrote.